We are on our way to Indianapolis, Indiana, doing our little 3-day kind of reconnaissance, getting Mr. Michael Hadley started. He's one of our one-on-ones in the community. So let's rock and roll. So this is Michael, a new mentee into the community. We're going apartment hunting today. Like I was saying, we come into the market, and the first things you do is, you got to meet the brokers. You got to build the relationships behind the scenes, get to know them. So we're touring some deals, looking at some apartments, meeting property managers, talking to lenders, getting with construction crews, all within the Indianapolis market. So now when deals start flowing behind the scenes in the pre-market, now you have your little mini team set up, ready to go in the market you're in. So you ready to rock and roll, man?
Ready. Yeah.
This is cool. Let's make it happen. Take a look at that cool church. So that's like Union Station. Was that like the original Union Station for...
I believe so.
So we're driving a nearby comparable property. It's across the street just to see, what it is and how well it's taken care of. And is it a comp? Yeah, they're not maintaining this property well. See all that stuff coming off there?
Yeah.
So they're not maintaining it well. Yeah, these things are pretty shady because you see how the HVAC units are going into what looks like the furnace setup in the wall there.
Yeah, and I got some.
I don't know what that is. That's like, it's almost like going into a mini split. So yeah, I mean, realistically, you'd want to stay, at least 10% to 15% below them. But I think because you're a more intimate complex, people may like that they're not dealing with some massive, huge complex.
Yeah.
And you can pull people away. So what you would do to advertise that one across the way, better signage with balloons and stuff on your sign that's right against the street.
Yeah.
So that way it's literally facing the exit to this property. So now we're going to a place called Danville, about 15 minutes from here, for another apartment complex. Take a look at it. Not normally going this rural, but we're going to take a peek. Yeah, so we're out here in Danville. This is like definitely rural, about 35 minutes outside of Indianapolis?
Yep.
Yeah, so you would, in my opinion, you would not buy this far. So this is an example of probably what you wouldn't do, even though it's a very nice complex. I mean, you're taking great care of it. I personally wouldn't, unless you probably lived in this area. This is probably, I'm guessing, a local family person, smaller person that owns these things, just because you need to really be on it when you're out here this far, and your tenant base, your demand is lower. It's just going to be a little tougher to really get that push in rents if you're trying to make money and quote unquote syndicate with a group of people and investors and all that. This is probably individually owned, right? Which is fine.
Yeah.
By a small family, small group, and it works for them. But yeah, the wood's good condition. They got newer windows they put in, rain gutters, everything drains well. You can tell from the property. They're taking care of this property. So it's nice. Populations, jobs, median household incomes, those three metrics, and they all need to be on the upward trend. So, All right, let's get out of here. If the market allows it, which, right now it's been a little tougher here in 2025 for the last 3 years because of interest rates. But when the market allows it, and it should be happening, where you can go in and refinance the property at a better interest rate, and you've improved it over, let's say, the last 2 years by doing some renovations, increasing the rents, adding value to the property. And now you take a property that you bought at $1 million, maybe you put $100,000, $200,000 into it. Now it's worth $1.6 million, hypothetically. You go in and you take out, $1.2 million loan on that and pay off your previous debt, right? The previous loan. And then now you have cash to then pay out your investors. Yeah. Sometimes you can pay them totally off. Sometimes you can pay them off portion. And then now the cash flow improves. And or if you're paying them all off, which you have that right in your documents to do that and give them all their return and their equity out. And then now you have 100% control of that property, and you use their money to do it with yours. Recently renovated with washers and dryers. Look at that.
Yeah.
We're here in Plainville, Indiana, which is like 25 minutes outside of Indianapolis, kind of suburb. But I always say, and I was letting Mike know, the key, if you're going to be investing, outside of the main suburbs of an MSA, metropolitan statistical area, you want to be within a 25-minute drive, right? That's ideal. So that way, whether you have recessions, downturns, upturns in markets, if people need to go into jobs into the city, they don't need to move because they're at least within 25 minutes. They can work local or they can work, say, in Indianapolis, hypothetically. So little 16 unit here that we're walking today. This one is not on market right now. What's cool about it, and I'll let you kind of pick it out. What are some things that you see that you like that we've kind of like been talking about that are important if you're going to be buying a complex?
Roofs, and make sure that they're not, too old, and that's not going to be a big expense. And your foundation, your groundwork, and make sure that the water's running away.
Yeah, like the drainage.
Yeah, the drainage.
Yep. And then just noticing that the roofs are newer.
Yep.
Has rain gutters on it. It's bringing everything down through the downspouts. It's moving it away from the building. So drainage is number one because that causes so many problems with foundations, cracks, issues, etc. Especially if you have subterranean. Brick facade. You're probably looking at just, is there cracks and stuff going on with any of the bricks and siding, anything like that? It looks pretty good.
Yeah, I see that one over there maybe hasn't been
fully renovated.
Yeah, fully renovated.
I am noticing they probably need to do a grind on this asphalt, right? I mean, the parking lot looks a little rough, so you could come in here and they want to grind this down and reset it. You could go into ChatGPT, type in, give me the top 75 MSAs in the United States of America. Start there. Identify the one that you kind of like the most, you like the market. Then say, give me the population growth, job growth, and median household income for the last 3 years trend and where it's at now. Put it in a nice little table for me, because what that's going to show you is trends for where you want to be for job growth, population growth, and median household income money. Then on top of that, then you can break it down further and you could say, go into the county or the city's general plan, give me their general plan and give me their plans for the next, I think it's typically a 10-year general plan. Give me that plan and then identify the areas in the county and city that you think I should invest in for multifamily based upon that city and county's general plan, because that's where they're pushing money. And where they're pushing money now and into the future is where you want to be. And AI does this, whereas before I'd have to spend hours putting this together and taking it from websites and kind of, grinding through it. Now, literally in 15 minutes, boom, it'll give you a freaking report with like graphs and shit. It's unbelievable. All right, we're going to go to a few more. Let's go. Yeah, we were just saying, we were kind of driving by, kind of looking at this property. Some of the things to look for are, is it surrounded on a certain number of sides by single family? You kind of want it buffered, meaning you don't want it against industrial or commercial or anything crazy like that, because that can bring crime. The fact that there's a church over there is awesome. You don't want it surrounded by liquor stores, smoke shops, 7-Eleven, stuff like that. And then you have an apartment complex on the opposite side. It's a bigger one, which is great. So you want to buffer that. This is a great little 38 unit. It comes down to, can you push rents? Where can it go? Where's it at today? I could see what they saw, in the current owners, because there's a lot of potential here, even though, so a lot of stuff's done. They said, I think, 28 of the, or 20 of the 38?
There's 10 that is not,
10 that's not, okay. So 28 of the 38 have been touched, which is good, but there may even be some upside from there too. Let's see if this is unlocked. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, so this is your standard entry. So what I would even look at doing in here, potentially, a little harder with the stairs that are open like this. But I'd come in here, you could freshen this up a little bit. Just because some of this darker wood, you could repaint some of these entries. You have to count how many there are. There are things probably like 6, I think, entries. But come in here and change out the carpet, even if you didn't put new flooring and stuff in, which I would probably consider doing. I'd put in I'd put in an LVP, or LVT actually, which is like a vinyl plank, but it glues down, right? So they can take out the carpet and just do, because we did that in one of our complexes and did it in all the main entryways, which for us were 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 entries. And we did it and it was worth it. And then cleaned everything up, made it look nice. changed out some of the lighting. It wasn't terribly expensive to do that. This is a very standard kind of complex. And this is very cool. This is their typical Midwest right here. But yeah, I can definitely tell you all this lighting needs to be redone. You know, so I would probably budget. You know, I think you can keep your posts, make sure your electrical's in place, and just switch it out with an LED fixture.
Right.
You know, and work with the electrician to do that. Change out all of these. Just put in new LED sconces. You'd be totally fine. And light this place up like a light bulb. I always try and talk to the residents. So you want to do that during your due diligence, is coming here and trying to grab a few.
Find out what their issues are.
Yeah. Hey, how's it been? What would you like to have improved? What's working, what's not? You know, we're actually going to be buying it, but we'd like to make it better for everybody.
Yep.
You know, stuff like that. And the reason you want to come here in the evening too, is you're going to get to see all the cars.
Yeah.
All the cars have looked pretty good so far. Yeah. Right? Meaning, you know, it's okay if you have a beater here or there, but you don't want them all looking like they just got out of the pound.
You might be fighting for your rent.
Right, exactly. So we're actually at a 33 unit. Taking a look at over here. This is, I guess, are we southwest of downtown Indiana?
Yes.
Indianapolis?
Yes.
Okay. A little 33 unit. What's cool about this one is, even if you look at the property, right, same brick facade as the last one we looked at, but this one has the windows already retrofitted, which is great. So the last one, this is what you would do if you were going to retrofit the windows, is you'd put in the vinyl, dual pane. You see how the overhangs on the decks, the last property did not have overhangs on the deck, so they got rotted out a lot faster. This one has the overhangs. So it's just going to help. Looks like the roofs are almost brand new or newer. So that's a big ticket. Just kind of looking at the roof systems on here. They do have rain gutters, which is great. Everything's flowing away. You're just going to want to really double check that, because there is subterranean here. So we're going to really want to take a look at that just to see if there's any water issues, because being an older building in the 1970s, I guarantee some of that has had some issues. It's very, very common. I'm Justin.
What's going on? Justin?
Yeah.
Tony.
Tony, nice to meet you.
Mike.
Okay, we foam a little bit.
Yeah.
You okay with that?
Yeah.
Okay.
How's it going, guys?
Do you know if this is LV? Yeah, it feels like LVP. Like it's a glue down plank, right? It feels like it. Versus a click, like a click in place.
It's a little bit.
No, but that's good. Like if it's a plank, then now you can actually pick it up and lay it down. Versus if they click together, then you have to like pull up half the floor to get to one spot.
Right.
You'd ideally like so you got Formica tops, your standard doors, closets. Good sized rooms though. So this one, is this a connected room?
Yeah, this is just a one bedroom.
Okay, with a bigger closet. Okay, so you got
bedroom,
two closets.
Yeah.
Gotcha. So it's a good size, decent size one bedroom. Closet there, deck. Okay. Yeah, so two amazing things you could do very quickly. Yeah. Let's put a little fenced in area here for dogs with a little pet fart bed thingy. Plenty of space to put a little fenced in dog area where people can take their dogs and let them do stupid shit, right?
Yep.
People think about that. Next thing will be a kids play area.
Right.
And then another thing you could do is, fence these things in, at least between the buildings a little bit.
Yeah.
Just so kids could technically just run around here and they're not having to worry about getting run into the street. Parents, you're a parent, you get it.
Yep.
Your kids run around and get whacked by a car. Like there is a market for one
What
bedrooms.
would you turn that into?
What do you mean?
That area where their common area is, where they're washing and drying.
Oh, gotcha.
See what I mean?
You may actually want to keep it. We'll see. I mean, I don't know. You could have more storage, because people are always looking for more storage in these apartment complexes. They never have enough, right? Because they're either downsizing or stuff like that. So having storage is great if you have storage. Right. But you can put the washer dryers in units.
Yeah, I've seen that.
I'm starting to think there's like some good water here in Indiana, because I'm feeling short. And I'm close to 6 feet, and you're like 6'4" or 5?
6'5", yeah.
6'5"?
Russell could be the...
Bro, what's good? You're 6'3", 6'3". I mean, what? What's the... What's going on here?
Sure.
Again, Russell.
Nice to meet you too. Yeah, thank you very much.
Anytime, guys.
Yeah.
Thank you back. Well, I'd like to double check my offer I sent you.
Yeah.
So.
Well, now that I've walked it here and stuff with them too, to kind of really take a look at where washer and dryer connections can go, and they can go in here. So all day long.
Okay.
Yeah, all day long. It's just how you'd set it up. A little bit of creative. I mean, but it can be done. But that makes a big difference, right? In terms of what you can do.
Yeah. might be valuable on this. I mean, that's what, number 1 or 2 tenant amenity, washer and dryers.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely let us know. I mean, we'll get thrown into that mix and we'll make sure we're refining the offer and coming in probably with better terms now that we've kind of really gotten the lay of the land of it.
Sure.
We're seeing what's possible. We'll comp it out really well with some of the neighboring properties for rents and stuff.
Yeah. But definitely drive Auburn or do some more research there.
That's that one?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, right across the street.
Okay. Do you know, does that one have washer dryer connections?
I don't.
No, he said that one did not.
I
They were
looked at
like
it a while back.
1,200.
And those are the ones that were going for 1,200
Yeah.
for the twos?
It's like 1196.
But it's a bigger complex, right?
It's 100 and...
Right. So you'd offset for some amenities and stuff.
Yeah.
But here, I mean, you could put in a little fenced dog park very easily, plenty of space. You could put in a little kids play set, pretty easy. Fenced in kids play set, very easy. You could do that. You have plenty of space for it. And then fence it in. So that way neighbors and people would love it. Parents would love it. Yeah. So what we're doing right now, so we've toured a bunch of properties today, met with some brokers, talked with the brokers. That's kind of step one. They've connected with us, a few property management companies. So we're going around, going to kind of say hi to them, shake hands, smile at some babies, as they call it. And then we have a couple lenders and stuff too on top of that, all kind of part of setting up the market. And that's what we're doing here for the first couple days. So let's go.
So,
Yeah, and you guys are all over the Midwest. I was just looking at the maps and stuff. So.
yes, we are all over the Midwest. We do stuff all the way over to Iowa.
Is the current loan on it assumable?
No.
Do you know? No.
No,
Okay.
we do know. So no.
Would these guys ever consider seller financing for a period of time until we could fully refi them out?
So I don't think they would.
Okay.
We've had a couple people ask that question before. It would be very difficult for them to seller finance because of the situation that they are in.
Okay.
They need the money out of these properties.
Gotcha.
Basically to bail themselves out.
Yep. Much. I appreciate your time and happy Monday. Yeah, it sounds like, they've already gotten an offer. I think they told me they got an offer for 3.1.
Yep.
And that didn't work at that time. Doesn't mean it can't work now, but we'll see. You just got to back into the numbers and see what really makes sense. But the given that out of the third is 38, is that right?
Yes.
You said 20 something have been renovated.
Yep. 10.
So, there's not a ton of CapEx there. So that's good. But I think if you repaint that building, and we'll walk it and go through that, there's some nice upside there and just see if get the numbers to creatively work.
Yep.